There is absolutely nothing off limits for you. Whatever it is that you want in your life, you have the ability and the propensity and the audacity to achieve it. It just comes with you realizing that the story that you have been telling yourself until this point has allowed for the story to literally play out the way it's been playing out so far. You are the viewer of the reality that you create and that you hold within. And this is like not to say that you should be delusional or anything, because what I'm telling you is not delusion. What you have been thinking up until this point is delusion, that you cannot have what you want, that you cannot be who you want to be. And the main issue really is that like people do not know what they want. People don't know what they want. So they usually will just create this kind of outcome of their life based off of what they have been conditioned by the people around them to want, what society wants for them, where they think they fit in society, who they think they should be, and all these things. And ultimately that doesn't come from the heart, right? So what our heart wants is very different than what we've seen so far in our life, because our family and friends and the society we grow up in, it does not know our heart. It does not know what our heart wants. And our heart feels good when we are serving in some way, or when we are allowing ease and well-being and fun and friendship to come into our life. And it does not have anything to do with how good you look on paper, or how much you make, or what you've accomplished in terms of your accolades. But I will tell you this: you will unlock the secret of your wealth, the wealth that only you can create. Nobody else can create this type of wealth. The way that the wealth is going to come to you is so via your own blueprint, right? You will only be able to unlock this type of wealth when you tap into your heart, when you tap into your heart center, your heart frequency. And for a lot of people, the heart center is closed. It's closed off. And I know how easy it is to close your heart, or to never even come close to tapping into your heart, because everything around us conditions us into keeping it closed, with overconsumption and with comparison to other people, and thinking that people are separate from us when nobody is separate from anybody, and thinking that things are out of reach for us, or being jealous of what other people have. All of these things are you taking away from you taking away from your own power, your own creative power and potential that the divine has given you in your own specific way. You can unlock wealth in a way that nobody else can unlock wealth. And this is going to be something that happens after you follow your heart, and after you really allow for your heart to take different forms, different formations: a formation of a business, a formation of coaching, a formation of a YouTube video, a formation of talking to somebody and helping them with their problems, or reconciling with somebody, being open to other people, right? Like, this will unlock wealth for you, because the thing about what you want in your life, which may not be a lot of money as well, like, we're conditioned into thinking that we want money and that we want material objects and stuff like that, but we don't want that. Like, we don't want that. Like, on a soul level, we don't. What we really do want is to enjoy our life, to have fun, to feel good, to feel good in our body, to feel good in our identity, to feel good about who we are. We want to be respected by other people. We want to give respect and love to others, and we want the same in return. And that's what we really want. And so all these extra things, the wealth, the money, the fame, the cars like in your lot, people clamoring for your attention, the love and the love offers, like, all of these things will come, and they do come when you put yourself as the focal point of when you put your heart. Because when I say self, I have a different concept of self. To me, self does not mean the constructed identity. It means the soul, the Atman, right? So when you put your soul as the main priority, and you do things with that heart, with that love, with that reverence unto self, unto soul, then everything you do will yield fruit. It'll yield fruit for yourself, for other people, for the people around you, for the environment around you, for the industry you're breaking into, for the culture that you can shape, just because you are who you are and you have enough love for yourself to be exactly who you are, like, you can really bring a new thing to the world in any different avenue that you choose. So that only happens when you tap into the magnetism and the power and the potentiality and the creative potential that is the heart, that is the soul self, that is the actual you. Not the you that people think you are, not the you that you think that you are, not the you that is the perfectly crafted identity of who you are, but rather the actual you, the one that is loving, pure, ever innocent, no matter what they've been through, untraumatized, happy, childlike, creative, expressive, colorful. That's who you are. And it really comes down to re-remembering who you were before anything traumatic or negative happened in your life. And I want you guys to know the trauma and negative thought forms that collect in our aura, our auric field, that actually manifest into tangible things. That's why if you want to know what you've been storing in your body, just study your health issues or lack thereof. You'll know how you're doing. So all these things that we've collected, the trauma, the drama, the everything, it actually stays with us. Because unless we have enough mental resilience to have it bounce off of us and leave us with a good experience, because every experience is a good experience, right? We get to decide what is positive and negative in our life. And if we decide so, nothing can be either positive or negative. Everything can just simply be an experience adding to our plethora of energy. Things can bring us energy. Especially when we learn from things really, really quickly, they can bring us a lot of energy. That, oh, okay, I'm going to use this as a springboard to go ahead and catapult myself into the direction I really want, right? Into being who I really want to be, right? And ultimately, who you really want to be, again, is just somebody who is loved, well-respected, who has the ability to love, who has the ability to respect people, who has the ability to give to others freely. Because we are not just social creatures. We are transformational beings. We bring transformation to ourselves and to other people. We bring newness. We bring love. We bring heaven-sent information down here when we are plugged in and connected to ourself, capital S, when we are plugged in and connected to the God force within. And this is important for people to know so that they don't become a slave to anything in society. The slave mind is just a mind that is unawakened to its own genius and to its own self ultimately. And it typically follows religions, it follows ways of being, it follows what society says and thinks, it follows what other people around them tell it to do. No, a lot of us don't know how to think for ourselves. And so we look to the outside world to tell us how to think. We look to structures to tell us how we should think about certain things. But in actuality, learning how to think is an art. It's an art form, it's a skill. Because the more that you do it, the more that you can improve upon it, right? And so the more that you think independently, and exponentially more and more independently, the better you will get at it. And the more that you will be able to use your intuitive mind paired with your logical mind, your rational mind, to be able to construct beautiful things in your life based on the direction that you are going, which is guided from within, right? Because the combination of those two minds awakens genius. It awakens the genius within you. It awakens who you really are. And that genius comes out in various ways. The genius comes out within a YouTube video. The genius comes out when you tap into the ability or the talent to speak. It comes out when you tap into the ability or the talent to sing. It comes out when you tap into the ability or the talent to dance, or to provide someone with advice, or to do Reiki, or to provide somebody with healing, either through touch or through gaze or through the spoken word. Because we are healers, we are regenerators, we regenerate ourselves all of the time. And the only way that the body and the mind stops itself from regenerating is when it has a blockage of some sort, that all of the energy goes towards ruminating over that blockage, right? The body and the mind cannot properly regenerate when we feed it thoughts of blockage, thoughts of stagnation, which are negative thought forms that pull the cells of the body down. Did you guys know that anger within the body, resentment within the body leads to gout, it leads to arthritis, it leads to cancer cells forming? And this is something that if people just had more information about how to tap into their well-being and how well-being should be their first priority, then we wouldn't have so many health issues globally, number one. Number two, we wouldn't have poverty issues globally. We wouldn't have third world or first world countries, right? We would just have a world that is in communion with itself, that actually understands the value of self-healing and self-compassion. Each person would understand this. And so there would be no need for any of this garbage that you see that goes on politically. It's just a distraction to keep certain powers in power and to keep the rest of us not in power. But in truth, power exists within you, and it exists within your ability to have self-compassion. It exists within your ability to have self-love. It exists within your ability to tap into different talents within yourself and to express that out into the world. That is genius. That is God. Everybody has the ability to tap into God. And the reason why our world is in such a mess is because we have not tapped into God. None of us have. And the people that do, we look to them for guidance and wisdom. And they become our mentors. And if you are sharp enough, and if you actually care about being happy enough, then you would listen to people of wisdom that know what's going on when it comes to tapping into your well-being and how to get there. There is a roadmap to this stuff. There is a strategy to this stuff. There is a strategy to come back to yourself. There is a strategy to understand that healing does not mean healing from something. It just means returning to yourself. There is a strategy to all of this. And it'll awaken and unlock not just financial gifts within yourself, but who you really are. That is the best gift you can ever give yourself in the world, is to be yourself openly and authentically, and to be honest with yourself and to be honest with people and to love freely. And to, let me tell you something. When you love freely, you cannot get hurt. That's the paradox. We cut ourselves off from loving because we're afraid to get hurt, right? But in doing that, we actually hurt ourselves because we are closing our heart space, and we allow for negative cycles to perpetuate, and our wealth never gets unlocked. Our abundance never gets unlocked that way. So instead, when you can allow yourself to love openly, to love people, to love your life, to love the moments that you share with yourself, to love your material artifacts, to love the tools that you have in order to give to the world, when you begin to love, right, something happens where nothing can hurt you, no experience can hurt you, because you are moving through the world as your true self, capital S, the higher mind, the higher self. You are linked with genius, and you have the ability to give to the world because you receive from Creator, right? The Creator within. You receive. So because you're receiving from Creator all the time, you're able to give this genius element, this love element, this love frequency. So then nothing can hurt you. Nobody can hurt you. There's no such thing. There's no power to hurt. And because there's no power to hurt, you live a very happy life. You actually live a happy life. And then all the things you want that other people strive so hard to get through various means, they just come easily to you. The nice stuff that you want, the material stuff, the lover, the friends, like whatever it is, they just appear at your door because you are magnetic. You are emitting a vibration of love and care and nurturing and information, helpful information, you know? So yeah. I need a drink. I need a drink. It was a pistachio latte. She's very good. I took a ban from Starbucks for a while. The ban is off. So in this way, you understand that there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have, because God power is you. It doesn't just exist within you. It is you. It's what your soul is made of. It's what you are made of. So anything that you feel, you will make stronger within your experience. So feeling is the secret. If you want, it's the key to manifestation. Not repetition, not affirmations, not visualization. You feel your way there, and all that stuff actually happens naturally. You're already like feeling it, so the visuals will come, the affirmations will come naturally out of your mouth, formed in your mind and out of your mouth. The repetition of the practicing, right, of your state of being will come naturally the more and the more that you feel your way there. So you want to be somebody, feel your way there. You want to have something, feel your way there. You want to create something in your life, you want to create a business or something helpful for the world, feel your way there. It's gonna happen, but you need to focus on the feeling, because the feeling is the end. There is no time lapse here that is in existence. There is no obstacle. that is in your way. The only time lapse and obstacle that could perpetually happen are the ones that you create. Do you understand how powerful you are? So do not create any time lapse. Do not create any obstacle for yourself. You are the operant power in this video game. Go. You know what I mean? Within the feeling. Dive deep within it. Immerse yourself within it. And you have just shifted. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like more videos like this, subscribe to my channel for more. If this video helped you, be sure to comment down below anything you want. I love you guys very much. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.